Hello and welcome in the practical JavaScript session. So this is going to be the last part of this particular, release yourself from the console chapter. So here we will be understanding that how this user story third, that is each li element should have the completed status will be displayed, will be completed, and certain more things will be performing into this particular thing. So let us understand this particular thing and let us work on this. Okay, so I want to work on to this particular part. Like as you can see over here, we have this data. Okay, let me just save everything from here. Let me just come back here and let us run this thing. Issue 1, we have added this. We have issue 2. Let me add this. Now let us focus on this particular part and see this also. Okay, so let's say for example I want to toggle the position number 2, right? So I'll be providing the index value over here. When I say toggle, you can see the effect over here, but this effect is not coming over here. Why this thing is not happening basically? So let me make this thing as well, like how exactly we will be displaying this particular part and how this effect will be performing. So let us work on this thing and slowly we will be understanding. So very first thing is how you will be displaying the data as complete with completed status and without completed status. Okay, so let us come over here and let me just give you the idea about it. Okay, let us come on this part. Now see this particular logic, like as we have this issue list, and when you are displaying the data here, like this particular method, this display issue method is basically displaying the data on the console, right? So as you can see over here, we are displaying data in this particular format. Let us try to understand the logical thing. So what logic we have implemented over here? We have taken the issue first, right? When you are looping this, you have taken the individual issue and then you are checking that what is the completed status, right? And if it is true, then you will be creating the logic in this particular format. Otherwise, you will be creating the logic in this format, right? So we can do one thing, like we can take this particular issue with completed status from here, and we can go inside the view method itself, and here you can do one thing. You can create one variable here itself. So this is the issue with completed status. Now inside your for loop, what you will be doing when you are creating this element li, and you add this text content over here, right? So before this particular thing, you can perform this kind of logic. So we have this logic available over here, right? So you will be first taking this issue from here. So let us come over here and let us take the issue. So we can take this particular issue from here, right? And we can check that this particular issue that you are taking, what is the completed status of this issue. So let me take this code from here as it is. I have taken this code, right? So let us understand this thing. So what we have done, we have taken the issue from issue list, and from this particular list we have this if here we are checking that what is the completed status. If the completed status is true, then we are creating the list in this format, otherwise list will be created in this way, right? And finally what we want to do, we want to put this particular completed status instead of this issue name only, right? So we would like to display the issue name with the help of completed status as well. So let us save everything and let us try to run this particular code and see what happens. So when I'll say issue 1, okay, let me click on add. Okay, now it is giving you the error. What exactly the error is? Uncaught type error, cannot read script. Okay, let us see what is the issue. So it is giving you the error as okay, so I have called this particular thing, right? So basically this will not be called by this. As you can see, this is the copy paste error, right? So we need to make little changes into this. Here I cannot call the issues with the help of this only, so you will have to call it with the help of issue list. This is good that you can see this kind of error, so that you will be able to understand how to resolve these problems. Let us now go back. Let us go back, refresh everything, and now from here say issue 1. Okay, now see, this is showing you the data in the form of this completed status, right? Issue 2. When you add this, you can see the completed status. Let us open the console as well at this point. Now let us make the change over here. I want to make the change. So the change is available over here, but this change is not available over here. What could be the reason? Reason is basically when I am clicking on add at this particular time, I'm calling the view.displayIssues method, right? So at the time of this particular event, this view is interacting. But right now when you are toggling this time, so this particular time, this view.displayIssue method is not interacting with this particular code, right? So what you will have to do, basically you will have to come inside your handler, and everywhere wherever you are displaying, see, you are calling this view.displayIssues method, right? But the same thing you are not doing with other methods. So what you will have to do, you will have to call this view.displayIssues method over here with delete also, with toggle also, right? So everywhere you will be calling this particular method, and we have this toggle all as well, so you will have to call this also here. Okay, so let us just work on this particular part, and we'll see what we need to do. Okay, so let us come over here, refresh everything. Now this is the issue 1, this is the issue 2. Okay, now see this thing, when you will be toggling this, what effect will be there? Now you can see your effect is coming in this particular format, right? It means it is working. Now try to understand one thing. Once you are able to get these effects over here, do you require this particular thing? You don't require, you don't require this console output, right? This is only for testing purpose. When we started this issue tracker application, that time we required this console, but right now my application is working properly, so I don't require this. Otherwise everybody can come here and then they can see what is happening at the back, right? So we can do one thing. This particular output is the responsibility of the display issue method of your issue list. So right now you can safely remove this particular method from here. So let me just remove this particular thing. Let us now go back, refresh, and now see what happens when you will say issue 1. Okay, add. Now see what is happening. Basically this particular error is what, basically you have removed this display issue method, right? But you have a call of this display issue method with other methods. So in this case what you will have to do, you will have to remove this particular call as well. So remove it from every method, you will have to remove it manually. Okay, now this display issue method we have removed from here as well, from here as well. Now we have this toggle all, so remove it from here as well. So you don't need to make this particular thing. Okay, now come back, refresh everything, say issue 1, add this. Now see, you will not be seeing this particular thing, but this effect is coming over here, right? Issue 2, add this. Now you can see toggle. So now this way you will be understanding what is happening basically, right? So this is how this particular application is getting shape, and the one thing is remaining, that is the deleting the issue. So basically I do not want to delete the issue with this particular way. I want to remove this particular item from here, and I'll be creating one button over here. When you'll click on the delete button over here, this will be going to be deleted, right? And this display issue and toggle all, these methods are not required right now. Why? Because these display issues and toggle all methods were used when I was working with the console part, right? So we can remove this part also as well from our application. So let us come on top, and we have this particular div section where I'm displaying the issues and toggle all buttons are available. So let me just remove this, save everything, come back. Now this is a clean code. Now you have issue 1, add, you have issue 2, add. Now you can do the toggling. Yes, it is working. So now in the next session we'll be working on to the delete, and that way our application will be completed. So this issue tracker application will be completed in my next coming sessions. Okay, so thank you very much guys. Just keep on watching and do the practice. Thank you very much.